Waiter took 5 minutes to get the receipt. I do hate that moment myself, by the way. Not the receipt complaint that this guy has, but you ask for the bill and it seems like it takes a really long time to come out, or it just takes a long time to get anyone's attention to send them to go and get the bill. Because I've done my conversation at this point. This is the point where I try to get this girl to come home with me. I want to get right to it. I don't want these few minutes of waiting around for their seat and just like awkwardly looking at each other. Even after all these years of successful dating, that moment is still awkward to me. But luckily, most of the time, it doesn't make any difference on how good or bad the date had already been to that point. But yes, I hate that small talk couple of minutes. She didn't thank you for paying the bill. That's like, this is another thing I bring up sometimes. I mean, it is nice for them to thank you, of course, but I don't know. They didn't ask you to pay. So why do they owe you a thanks? You should have asked her to pay. Hey, this is $200. Do you have $100 towards this? And I've kind of done this a few times. Like I fall for it sometimes, believe me, even though my dates are a lot cheaper than this, where, they might be like $30 and I want the girl to pay $10 even. But I've gotten like a small percentage of girls who just like awkwardly kind of like weasel out of it, or like they're like half reaching in their purse but not really, and I kind of enjoy that moment. And then like if I don't like the girl, I'll especially be like, if I like the girl and I think she's gonna come home with me, I will just let it go. That's not advice though. I think that's a fault of my own. I should always get them to pay even if things are going good, but most girls will volunteer to pay their share. But anyway, girls that are trying to weasel out of it and I don't like them and I don't think they're going to come home with me, I won't let it go. So like, you ask them one time, okay, do you have $20 for your share? I can't even explain the moment. They just like try to weasel out of it somehow and like get me thinking about something else, or just the waitress will come back at the perfect time and they still don't have their money out. But no, I just will not let it go. You gotta get that money, especially if you think this isn't gonna work out in the long term. And this girl ghosted him afterwards. Now, not that he knew that that was gonna happen in the moment, but that's like, regardless of if it went well or not, you gotta get them to pay. Because I understand a lot of the time you don't know if they're gonna ghost you, or if you're gonna get a second date and bang them, or if you're just gonna bang them right after this first date. You gotta get them to pay. But at the very least, if that's too hard for you, just cut way back on your first dates.